Hi guys, welcome back to yet another video. Thank you so much for clicking. So guys, today I have a guest in the building. Yeah, so today we're going to be having a sit down with someone here. I think his face is so new, like your face is totally new on my channel, right?
Right.
Maybe you can introduce yourself to those ones who don't know you.
Okay. What's going on, guys? It is me, No Limit Eddie. I am a 24-year-old American who kind of just travels around the world, and right now I happen to be in Harry's country, Uganda. So yeah.
So today we have someone all the way from America to Uganda, and I'm so honored to have you on my channel. Thank you so much for appreciating my invite to be on the channel.
I'm glad to be here.
Yeah.
I watched a lot of these videos before coming to Uganda, so it's cool to be here now in person.
Yeah. All right, so today guys, we're going to be talking about, since he's American, I'm Ugandan, we want to know about the dating life of the people in the US, in America specifically.
Okay.
So maybe before that, when did you go to America?
Okay, so I was born and raised in America, so my whole life was there.
Okay.
I grew up in Los Angeles, California.
Okay.
And I spent my entire life until leaving at like 21. So Yeah.
But you've always had a dream of coming to Africa, right?
Yeah. I always had a dream of leaving the States, you know what I mean? For all the Africans watching, America is not all it's cracked up to be. There is benefits, don't get me wrong, but it's not necessarily the best place for quality of life. When people think about America, they think money. Nobody says, I want to live a better life, I want to have peace, I want to have health and go to America.
Yeah.
No, I want to go to America to do what? Make money.
Make money.
So you can make money there, yes, but to live a good life, you can live a better life in Africa. So that's my advice.
So you prefer Africa than be living in America?
Yeah.
100 times.
100 times. As long as an American, you can find a way to make money online, you're going to live a better life outside of America than you will inside of America.
Okay, so what does No Limit Eddie do? What do you do? Apart from your YouTuber, right? So apart from YouTube, what else do you do?
As far as what, business or just like life?
As far as life, as far as earning money, because right now you're in Africa.
Yeah. So, I make YouTube content. If I survived off of ad revenue, I would starve to death. So I have an online business where I help other people to create courses and things like that. So I sell digital products, ebooks, courses, coaching. That's where I really make my money. And then YouTube is a means to promote that business. So that's kind of how I do it.
Okay, so that's how you survive.
Yeah, that's how I survive. Selling digital products,
Okay, that's nice.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. So anyways guys, today we're going to be asking No Limit Eddie. Actually, he uses No Limit Eddie. So why did you use the name No Limit Eddie? Correct.
Yeah.
There must be a meaning behind it, right?
Yeah. So there was a million names that I had before No Limit Eddie, because I was grinding on YouTube like I told you for years. So it was Eddie Bogue, it was Eddie Bars, it was a lot of different names. And then one time I heard it was a Master P interview. I don't know if you know who Master P is.
No.
He's a famous rapper from the old generations, and he talked about why he named himself Master P. He was like, when I go to these different meetings, they have to call me Master, and mostly it's usually Caucasian people who have to say that to him. Okay. So he had a way to trick them into saying Master or whatever. So I was like, okay, No Limit Eddie's a cool name, and his record label was No Limit Records. So that's how it ended up being No Limit Eddie.
So you use No Limit Eddie. So what's your real name apart
Eddie.
from it's Eddie?
Yeah. Her name is Eddie, but I just put the No Limit in front, and then.
So you have no limits.
Yeah. No, there's no limits. It's a good statement too,
Okay.
Because I come from a very bad area in America, so to now be traveling full time and doing what I do, it shows that you can make it out,
So which side in America? Which side of America were you living in?
So I was in Los Angeles, but I was in South Central. So the place that I was in was like the homicide capital of Los Angeles. So, you had a better chance of dying than going to college where I was from. So, not a good area.
Not a good area.
Not a good area.
It was risky.
In America is different. Everybody got guns in America. In Africa, only the police. You can just be walking down the street and your life is gone. You know what I mean? In America. Yeah.
Okay, that's nice. So we're going to start with the topic of the day, guys. I think you've heard it from No Limit Eddie. He has told you who he is, what he does, because you guys might ask me, how did you again meet him? Because I don't know guys, but I just find it easy to find content creators like these days, meeting people that I never expected to meet now, like you, because I believe you've been a content creator, you've been in Uganda for some time, First of all, what do you love about Uganda before we go into
what I love about Uganda? I mean, I love the food. That's like the first thing. I love how green it is. You know, I spent the last few years in Egypt, so to come back to somewhere where it's nice and green is nice. And of course, the women are amazing in Uganda. You know, I found my Ugandan girlfriend, and that's been nice being down this side. So yeah, a lot to like about Uganda.
Oh wow, that's nice. I think we shall have another topic when he's telling us the culture shocks of Uganda and his experiences in Uganda, right? Yeah. Mm-hmm. We shall have that one on another video. But today's video, we're going to talk about the dating life in America. So how is it dating in America?
Okay, so
let's say you're to get a girl in America, to get someone, because in dating is different in America, right?
Yeah. I think everything is different. Yeah, everything is different. The culture around dating is different. I feel like in America, it's harder to date, especially in a younger generation, because you have social media and these different things. So now women think you're supposed to pick them up in a Rolls Royce and take them to eat. No, it's serious. They don't want to go to a basic restaurant.
Royce?
Yeah, you gotta have a Rolls Royce. You gotta take them to the most expensive restaurant, spend $10,000. You know what I mean? And maybe they'll give you a hug at the end, like, you know. So it's a lot different. You know, they have unrealistic expectations now. You know. Then you have the whole body positivity movement. So she can be 1,000 pounds. You know, she could not have showered in weeks, and you're supposed to love her and treat her as a princess. And so the dating market in America is not very good. You know what I mean? So that's why.
What you're trying to mean is dating a girl in America, you have to be so rich.
You have to be very rich. Yes, exactly. You have to put up with a lot. You're always at risk because they can say a false report. Next thing you know, you're in jail. You know what I mean? So it's just a dangerous system. The women have too much power. The men have no power. Yes. And so in Africa, it's different.
Which is different in Africa. It is different. The man who has more power compared to a lady. I think that's why you love Africa.
That's why we love Africa. Yes. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's an imbalance of power that's not good. You know.
So to sum it up all, because I feel like now you've talked like everything that we need. A lot of different things,
right.
A lot of different things that we need to hear about dates. Because for us, when it comes to dating here, it has to be a process by process. Like, let's say you get someone. So how do you always start your conversations when you're dating an American lady?
Yeah. So with an American woman, I mean, you first gotta, of course, have the right appearance. You gotta come dressed the right way. You know what I mean? Then you gotta have a little bit of a swag to you. You know what I mean? If you're dating black women, we're talking about. You gotta have a little bit of a swag to you, and then you gotta have Riz. You know what I mean? So, you know, Riz is basically the game that you gotta spit to a woman to get her to, you know, give you the number and go on from there. You know, so it's a lot more intricate, I guess you can say.
So what you want to say, if you're dating an American lady, like it's very okay for her to take you to their parents on the first day.
On
the very first day you guys are meeting.
Yeah. Everything is a lot more casual. Everything's a lot more casual in America. Like, you know, you can sleep with a woman the first day. You don't even have to have a relationship with her. You know what I mean? Yeah. Everything can be way more casual in America than it is here. But when you meet somebody's parents here, it's like
something you basically special, hug them, like
you basically their fiance the moment you know meet someone's parents.
Wow.
You know.
So it's that fast.
Yeah, it's that fast.
Like there's no, because here in Africa.
But America, there's no respect for anything though. You know what I mean? Like even marriage here is respected.
Yes.
In America, it's not respected. You know, a woman gets divorced, you'll have a divorce party. Hey, we're getting divorced. Yay! Let's celebrate this. You know.
So you celebrate divorce.
They celebrate divorce.
What?
Yes. Oh, I'm a single mom. I'm proud of this.
Are you serious? There's no
shame.
Regret. There's no shame.
Yes. I think truly they do regret it. They do have shame. But it's just
they don't want to show it to the society.
Yes. The culture is like, you should not be ashamed. You should be proud. You should be happy. You know. Leave that man. Like they'll push that. You know, in America. But here it's not really pushed. You know. Which has pros and cons on both sides.
Yes.
You know, on both sides.
Yeah.
Because maybe the relationship here is abusive and think, no, it's not good. But there, it's just like they celebrate, you know, stuff that shouldn't be celebrated.
What?
Yeah.
That's totally different. Because I believe since you're dating a Ugandan woman, I feel like you've seen how we are different here in Africa. Like dating, we take it like something like you have to go step by step. Even me meeting meeting my parents, it's not going to be like simple. You can even spend years and years minus meeting my parents.
Right,
that is if I decide, if you do the right stuff. If you feel like you want to go for Kuchala and do the rest of the stuff, then I can take you to my parents. Not just like that. Because you cannot, for us, we believe here in Africa, to take someone or to date someone or to take someone like officially your fiancé or the person you want to spend the rest of your life with. You have to be sure that this is the person. That's why we don't want to introduce different men, because I might end up divorcing you, I might end up leaving you, and I've already introduced you to my parents.
So now it's not
shameful.
good.
It's not good. So our parents always tell us, be sure this is the person you're bringing home for marriage, not just for keeps. Because there are also the things of keeping girls for keeps, which is not good. Like,
what does that mean, for keeps?
For keeps is just wanting someone to be around you, but you're not serious with them. That is just for keeps. Just keeping her to give you the company and give you whatever thing you want, but you're not serious with them.
Got you.
That's what our parents don't want, because it's very, very shameful. Very, very shameful here in Africa.
And is it more pressure on the women or than the men? Like, let's say a man just brings a girl home, can that happen too, or like not really?
No, I feel like it's more on the side of the ladies in Africa, because there's the way they take us to be like, you're not serious with your life, why would you change men? It feels like you're changing men each and every time, which is so shameful. I see. But for the guys, it's very okay. I don't know why the guys are always favored. Like, it's very okay for the guys. Like, you can date this one and then divorce and get another one. Have you ever heard of something called polygamy?
Yeah.
Is it there in America?
It's illegal in America, but I feel like it gets practiced, but just not on an official level. Because most men, let's say black men, they may have 4 or 5 baby moms. You know, they have children with 4 different women. So it's basically polygamy, but he's just not with all 4 of them at the same time. You know, or if he is with all 4 of them at the same time, he's hiding it and he's doing this, he's doing that. And, you know, if one find out about the next, they may go fight. But it's polygamy, you know? But it's just not upfront about it. Here, I think
illegal,
it's more... Yeah, it's illegal. It's illegal. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, technically you can date multiple women, but you can't marry 4 or 3 or 2 or, you know, only one at a time. Okay. You know?
Because for us here, it's okay. Like, let's say you're dating someone who is a Muslim. You've heard of Muslims, right?
Yeah.
If you're dating a Muslim, for them they tell you they have to date 4 women. So you have to know you're either number 1 or number 2. If they date you as number 2, you have to know they're bringing number 3 and they're going to marry them as well. They're going to pay their dowry. So I feel like with Africa, it's different. Like, polygamy is okay here in Africa, of which myself, I say it's not okay. To me,
really?
Because it's not that every girl likes it. You wouldn't want to be with.
I don't think any woman likes it.
Exactly.
But I think for the right man, they will allow it. I think so. I think for the right man, like, they'll allow it. That's what I think.
Maybe if you get like a person like you love, like you find yourself, you love a guy, and then he tell, like, in the due course or in the future, he tells you, by the way, I have number 1, you're number 2, and then like, what? Like, I've already gone for this guy, and I'm not going to back out. Like,
exactly.
That's the thing. So you find yourself, you're dating a guy that is having some other women, of which you cannot back out. It's already too late.
It's already
So it's really, really different. So. When I hear about your culture in America and how you guys operate, how you guys date and all that. And when it comes to marriage, how is it like? If, let's say, you want to take a girl in for marriage, what do you do?
Okay, so I think the attitude towards marriage is quite different. Because as a man in particular, especially the younger generation, we don't want to get married because the laws are not in our favor, right? So like I said earlier, women celebrate getting divorced. The reason they celebrate it is now that man's going to have to pay money for you every single month. So every month, a percentage of his money is going to come to you. So you have an incentive to divorce somebody, right? Because you're going to get paid.
What?
So, So it's like, as a man, it's like you don't want to get the government involved because now, okay, she divorced you. She's going to take your children away.
Like,
and
you
then
take 50-50?
No, it's not always 50-50. Sometimes it's less. It may be 30, maybe 20. It depends.
Okay.
You know what I mean? It depends. But there's women who will wait. Let's say, for example, where I'm from in California. They'll marry somebody. They'll leave them, but not legally leave them until a set time, because after that set time, they get paid alimony for life. So women will be tricky with how they're seriously. They'll be very tricky. You know what I mean? With how they do these things, and divorce is expensive, so you gotta have a lawyer. It's crazy. It's crazy, but
so divorce is more expensive compared to
very, very expensive. Very expensive, because then you're fighting. Now you're fighting. I want to control this. I want to control this. No, I want to control this. I want to control that. Yeah.
It takes like a lot of time.
It takes time. And so, as a man, it's like we don't really want to get married, especially the younger generation. You know what I mean? And you know, the option of women is not the best either, because they're sleeping around, because it's not as simple as it is here, where it's like, oh, I don't want to be shamed. They have no shame. You know, they have no shame. So you're gonna marry some woman who slept with 20 men before you, and it's like, then you gonna take half my money too? You don't want that. So
you feel like, no, I feel like she's going to take my money too. Like, she's slept with hundreds of men.
Exactly. So it's not good. But if you do want to take someone for marriage, you know, it's simple. You get on your one knee, you propose. You know what I mean? They want you to buy an expensive ring, you know, and then you propose. Maybe you wait a year, 2 years, whatever. Okay. You have the wedding. Okay. You spend a crap ton of money on the wedding, and then she leaves you 3 years later. And that's the story of an American marriage right around now. So
it's all about marrying each other, and then after being in marriage, now you think of divorce. So what you're trying to say is, when ladies are married in America, they think more of the divorce time, because they know they're going to get a lot of stuff from that time.
Exactly.
It's crazy.
Exactly. So the younger generation,
for us, actually,
is not like that.
It's different. Like, if you're even divorcing someone, it's a shame. Like, they hear you've divorced someone, they'd be like, either it is you who has been in wrong, or is that something you did? Like, I can't even question you. Even your parents actually tell you, you're divorcing for what? Pack your bags, go back. Our parents actually here in Africa, they even chase you from home. They tell you, pack your bags and go back to your husband. That's how tough they are here in Africa.
I've heard that. That like, when you leave out, they change your room or something like that, so you can't come back.
Because like, when you leave a home, when you're married, they even close your room. There's no room for you in the home.
Exactly.
They have told you, go for your family. Now you have a new family.
Right.
There's no home for you. Even when you come and visit them and you spend like more than 2 days or 1 day, they tell you, who is taking care of your husband? When are you going back home? Like, our parents are always strict when it comes to us. I think that's why they value marriage more here in Africa, like, because they know they have groomed you not to behave like that in a guy's home. Even they say in Africa, when a guy wrongs you, you're not supposed even like to shout at the guy. Or when he wrongs you, go in the bedroom, sort all those stuff minus everyone here. That's how it is. Like, we are told our culture is really, really strong here in Africa. We don't even think of that, like, oh, I'm going to, when will I ever get divorced? Like, I'm shocked, you guys. Like, I'm really, really shocked about the dating life of Americans and then the marriage and all that.
It's very bad. It's very bad. I mean, I think the divorce rate is like 58%. So that means if you get married, there's a better chance of getting divorced than staying together, for sure. And it's worse with black people. It's worse with black people. So it's not ideal. That's why I'm in Uganda, guys. That's why I'm here.
That's why he's in Africa. That's why he's in Uganda.
Exactly.
Oh, wow. Hope you're enjoying that.
I'm enjoying it.
Everything here. So that's it about the dating life in America.
I mean, I think so. You know, what else is there to talk about the dating life in America? I mean, I think, you know, now they're doing a lot of things like open relationships. That's a new thing. So, you know, that means, okay, we can be dating, me and you are dating, but you go still sleep with other men, I still go sleep with other women. You know what I mean?
Open relationships. I've always seen that on screen. Like, we always see that on movies. I thought it's not real.
No, it's becoming very real.
What?
It's becoming very real. Yeah.
Like, you can be dating someone and you guys have the freedom to go and sleep around, but you know you're still dating?
Yeah.
How is that possible? Like, how would you guys do that?
I don't know. You know what I mean? I don't know. On the side of the woman, I don't know why they would do it. On the side of the man, I don't know why they would do it. I think
is it because you don't know each other like so well, or you still want to try out somewhere else?
I think usually
you're not sure of that relationship, right?
I think usually it's on the side of a man who doesn't have enough status to force a woman to only be with him. I think that's what it is. So, because women have more power, really, in the States. You know what I mean? So, he might like that girl, and he knows she's promiscuous. She's going to sleep with other men. So, he'll just say in his mind, okay, let's just have an open relationship, even though he really doesn't want that. But he'll do it because he's like, okay, this is the best that I can do.
Okay.
You know, yeah.
Eesh.
That's what I think. You know.
Like, I'm shocked. Like,
the dating in America is crazy.
It's crazy. Like,
it's not even about money in America. It's not even about money. I don't know what it's about, to be honest. It's just weird. You know, it's just weird. So that's why you had a whole, I don't know if you heard of passport bros. You know what I mean? That whole movement of like black men leaving America and traveling abroad.
Yes.
Yeah, so that's why passport bros is such a big thing now, because, you know, we see like, okay, the West is kind of going downhill as a man. Especially as a man who's kind of getting some motion. It's not good. It's not worth being married. It's not worth dating or anything like that. Because there's a large epidemic too of women, you know, making false reports. Oh, he raped me, or oh, he did this, oh, he did that, and he didn't really do that. But in America, they'll just pick you up and put you in jail because they're going to make money from you going to jail. You know, so
Okay.
they're incentivized to put men in jail, and so they'll look for any reason to do it. And so a woman can lie on you, and now your whole reputation is ruined. Now you got a criminal conviction. Now you can't get a passport.
Yeah.
Now you can't get a job. Just more lie. And so it's easier as a man to leave that country. You go to Colombia, go to Mexico, go where the women are more soft, more submissive, and the roles are a little bit more clear defined.
So how did you get to know about African ladies? Social media?
Social media, yeah.
Have
I
you
would
ever
say,
tried dating apps?
Yeah. So the girl I'm dating now, I found her online while I was in Egypt. So I just got on Tinder, boom, 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 first time being on there, and then I got the little Tinder passport, put it to Uganda, because I looked around. I thought about what country I want to get a woman from.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I have the ability to travel, so it's not hard. So I said, okay, what country has a woman that I want? I started watching your video about dating Ugandan women. I was like, okay, this seems interesting. Let me see. I followed that rabbit hole a little bit more. I looked at Kenya, looked at South Africa, looked at all these different places.
Okay.
And I said, no, Uganda has what I want.
Okay.
Got on Tinder, put it to Uganda, and then started swiping.
And that's how you got to know the partner that you're with.
Exactly.
That's amazing.
Exactly. Mm-hmm.
Like, I always feel good when someone tells me, like, I got my partner from Uganda, I got my partner from Africa.
Yeah.
Because I feel like people who go on social media now, like us who be on YouTube, we tell you we tell you how our ladies behave here in Africa.
Right.
Then you guys watch, you get motivated to come to the country.
Yeah, of course.
That's nice.
Mm-hmm.
I'm happy for you.
Appreciate it.
And all the best.
For sure.
Oh, okay, thank you so much for sharing with us today's topic. Any message you want to tell everyone who is watching from the diaspora? Some people watching from Egypt, from America, from any message you want to leave them?
Yeah, for sure. So for the diaspora, right? Maybe you're in a Western nation, different things like that.
Yeah.
Man, it's really just figure out how to get some money online and start traveling. You know, life is easier, life is better over this side. Your money goes significantly farther, right? As long as you can keep making U.S. dollar or British pound or Australian dollar, wherever you're at, you're gonna be a-okay. So I say that, and then for the let's say the African people who are watching this, you know what I mean? Just know America's not all it's cracked up to be. Like, don't be doing voodoo and witchcraft trying to get a ticket to America. Like, it's not that hype. You know what I mean? A lot of us are wanting to leave, but we're kind of trapped a lot of times because we don't know how to make money in a way that facilitates us being able to travel. But if a lot of us could, then a lot of us would not live there.
And again, those ones who are watching from the diaspora and you're Africans and you want to come to Africa, I always tell you, come back home, come back to Africa. Africa's got everything that you need. If you want to see more of that, you can check out our YouTube channels, and you can also check out his YouTube channel. He talks about Uganda and what he has experienced here. So please go and check him out at No Limit Eddie, okay? And tell him Harriet Anabo has sent me here. We love you all, guys. We shall see you in the next one. Love is for free. Share the love.
Peace.
Bye-bye.